If you want to grow and become a better version of yourself, there's one skill that you need to have. Like, if you don't have it, it's a skill you need to develop, and that is communication skill. Communication skill can take you to places that you never thought you would even be at, because what that does is it helps you to articulate your thoughts, it helps you to articulate your skills, present your skills in a better way. It helps you to even articulate the type of value you bring into the table. This is a skill you need in every aspect of your life, when when you're talking with friends, when you're talking to potential clients, when you're trying to get a new job, or even a visa application, right? So being able to articulate your thoughts properly would help you. I know how a number of times I've I've gotten some gigs, I've worked on some projects not because of my experience per se. Yes, that is very important, right? Having the skill set and having experience. But at the end of the day, how do you communicate that to a potential client, an investor, a partner, somebody you want to collaborate with? How do you present the value you're bringing to the table? How do you present the skills you've learned so far? How do you present your experience? You need to learn how to speak with boldness. You might not be the best in the room, you might not even be the best in your field, but being able to communicate, articulate your thoughts properly, and with boldness, like being bold, audacity. Oh my god, audacity can take you to places that you never thought you could be in, right? Um, I've had a privilege of being in a room, or let me say interviewing people, because like, not I'm not a HR, right? But being in a leadership position at a time in my career, I've had the privilege to interview people who are supposed to work in my department under me. And so for me, yeah, of course, it's good to look at your skills, it's good to look at your experience, it's good to look at your enthusiasm. Those are like very important. But I think what really stands out for me, and I think both when I'm looking out for things in people and when people are even like interviewing me or speaking to me, those are like things that they always talk about. It's like, you know how to communicate your thought, you know how to communicate your strategy, whatever it is, right? You know how to communicate and articulate properly, right? So I've gone with people, I've worked with people that these people don't really have a lot of experience yet. They don't. I mean, of course, they are very enthusiastic to learn, right? That could show, like you could tell. But what made them stand out for me was how they're able to communicate the little skill sets they have. The little skill sets that they had, they knew how to communicate that properly. I think communications and marketing kind of go hand in hand. These are like skills that every individual should have. Every individual. Like, how are you marketing yourself to potential clients? How are you marketing yourself to investors? How are you marketing yourself to partners or people you want to collaborate with? Right. And for example, if you're the type who send out like cold emails, cold pitches, if your pitches are not well articulated, right, or you're not communicating properly, you're not marketing yourself properly, a lot of times people would not get back to you. I've heard, and I'm sure probably you've also heard it a number of times when I'm listening to either podcasts or even watching some TikToks here or speaking to people. You hear them say that, oh, I get a number of DMs, I get 100 of DMs, but one or two people stood out to me because of how they sold themselves. What does that tell you? Like, you need to learn how to market yourself properly, you need to learn how to communicate properly. So I think these are like things you need to work on if you're not really solid or really good at it, because they're like basic I won't call them basic, but they're like essential skills that you need as an individual who wants to grow. So yeah.